I bet most of you have ever heard the legal principle. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. That's applied almost in every country across the world. But from the first sight, it might be seen a bit absurd. Since how can you be found guilty by the court if you didn't know your actions were against the law? Imagine a situation when that principle is not in use. Like in the middle of the night, your neighbor amplifies the sound of the music while you were taking relax. Or your business partner tries to seize the whole company or your market shares against the contract you have made in advance with him. And before the court, they are trying to get away from responsibility just by arguing that they didn't know their actions were unlawful. Would it be fair towards you if court will declare them innocent? I think no. Sometimes people with good intention also somehow breach the law. For example, one foreigner came to your country and started to practice the medicine. But he wasn't registered as a medical practitioner, since he hadn't known that the license for that should be taken. With high possibility, court will declare him as guilty. At that point, the license stands to protect the consumer's rights, because it proves whether that foreigner has the knowledge about medicine and is the professional. Every time law students facing with their exams come to realize that the knowledge they acquired during whole study year, during their semesters, isn't just the ability to read and learn the law. No, it's something more. It's about to interpret the law and use it in some situations. But at that stage, you might be arguing that why do I need the law if the regulations change every day? New law appears every day. Yes, definitely you are right. New law appears every day, new regulations come into force. But the basics of the law, its grounds, never change. Basically, the grounds are rooted to the moral principles of the society. I mean, like, don't kill, don't take what isn't yours, respect other people's rights. To anticipate would-be troubles, to get the legal basic knowledge, the first thing you to realize is you not only have the rights, but also the obligations. It isn't a secret that each of you has a right to freedom of speech. But what do you think? Could you use it fully? I mean, can you use the hate speech, abusive speech? Of course no. Because when you use your right to freedom of speech, you have the obligation to respect the other people's rights. I mean the right for dignity. And here, your obligation to respect the right to dignity. And the examples of like the millions. The second step is to analyze the sources. I mean, we live in the 21st century, when the information is like an ocean. And you might be easily misguided or you might be easily misunderstand the law. That's why always try to check the 2 or 3 sources. Always try to analyze the official interpretation and comments of the state bodies who implemented the law. Once Robert Browning said, ignorance isn't innocence, but sin. Every time you get the legal knowledge, it will not only affect you, but also positively influence the future generation. Because they will see how you take some precautions, use your rights, and know your obligations. And the future generation, will try to do the same. It would be beneficial for the whole community. Thank you.